What is going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here today on NCAA Football 14, the Stanford Cardinals Online Dynasty, and this is episode 60. Yes, we're in week number 10 here, and we're just 1 week away from actually having a freaking bye week. Thank God. Actually, we got two bye weeks coming up. We got bye weeks coming up in week 11 and 12. We'll talk more about that coming up towards the end of the video here today. But before we get to their bye week, we got a big game here. It's a top 10 matchup between BYU, who is newly into the Pac-12, and number 2, Stanford Cardinals. There you see the offensive rankings this season for both teams. And there you see the rankings here. So, kind of a little bit of a preview of this, and of course the heavy favorite, I guess, according to Kurt Herbstreit, is BYU. Really, bro? All right. Anyway, number 6 BYU taking on number 2 Stanford. Now Stanford 9-0 in the season, 6-0 in the Pac-12. Stanford or BYU on the other hand are 7-0 and 3-0 in the Pac-12. So you didn't get to see their, I was trying to show their schedule there. They've had a pretty decent schedule here this year. Utley, their quarterback there, 12 touchdowns to his 3 interceptions. Jefferson, 7 rushing touchdowns this season. Malone with 6 passing touchdowns. Harold, Branch, and Johnson are some of the defensive leaders there in tackles, interceptions, and sacks. If you know anything about, at least in this series, or any of my other series, in my High Scotty series, we've got BYU. We see BYU quite often. And BYU, at least when I play against them, they've got a pretty good running team. So dealing with the run here, I'm kind of used to dealing with them in their running game. A little bit in their they kind of get me on their passing game from time to time. But for the most part, I know how to deal with them. Well, this one may be a little, I don't know, maybe a little bit outside the outside the norm. We'll try to see what we can do here. Take a look here at their roster so far this season. They got a 90 overall. Robinson there as a wide receiver. Griffin. And then they got a free safety, a pretty good kicker. They got Jefferson, the halfback there. There's their leader right now in rushing. And then we'll see. Oh, they got a couple medium, mid-80s corners there that could probably help them out there. And there you see Utley, 70. Oh boy, a 78 overall quarterback. Okay, yeah. If you know anything about this series in particular, we usually have trouble against 70, mid-70, upper 70s type quarterbacks. I don't know why we have trouble. We at least had trouble with that at the beginning of this series. Of course, we have our halfback Graham's going to be out for at least 8 to 7 weeks with that his injury there. It really sucks not having Graham there in the backfield there, but Brandon Walker's been doing a great job for us. So we can't be too discouraged. Now, he only has 3 rushing touchdowns this season. We're hoping that will be a different change. We'll change that hopefully in this game, as we want to get all hands on deck when it comes to the running game here. Terrence Howe, he's going to be also utilized a little bit more in this game. Don't be surprised if you start seeing him in a jet sweep type of situation at times in this game too. That was at least what we were told by some of the coaching staff there. As you see Pittman there, throws an incomplete pass. Nice stop there from the defense. As we go ahead and get to a 2nd and 10, and Jefferson's going to try to come out of the backfield here for BYU as the Cougars get a first down. Nice 12-yard carry from Ryan Jefferson. So we might have a little problem here. Like I said, we usually can stop BYU early in the rushing game. At least I can. But then it gets, if you don't really handle it early enough and get them to pass a little bit more, then you'll have just a field day where they can just run the ball with their halfbacks all at once. You see Ryan Martin loses 3 yards on that stop there from Brett Jackson, who's really starting to come up as a good corner for us. You see a quick pass there to Matt Jackson for BYU there. So that's a 13-yard reception, but not a first down. So they'll be forced to punt the ball. Joe James, there you see his numbers from last game there. Of course, he had 2 interceptions, by the way. in that game against Utah, but nonetheless, he had a pretty decent game with 5 touchdowns, all going to Mark, who is up in the Heisman rankings right now. He's currently, at least in voting, a lot of people are saying that he's kind of tied right now with Taylor's halfback from Air Force. So now 1st and 10 here after that play. We'll see what they'll do here is they'll give this ball to Walker. Walker coming out of the backfield there, gets to the midway point of the field. They're at the 50-yard line for a 2nd and 6. So it's a beautiful day here at the farm as a lot of people are crowding in here for this big top 10 matchup between these two schools here. And we'll see a pass there to Barber, who gets this one. Nice job there, as that's a 14-yard reception and gives another 1st down here for Stanford. Stanford looking very nice here in this drive so far here, as James has been doing a great job with the football. We'll see what he can do now here as he's going to scramble off to the right-hand side here, going to go down the field, looking for a block, and gets it kind of, as he gets 6 on that carry. So nice job there, as he could not find nobody and decided to go ahead and take it himself. 2nd and 4 here coming up now, and as we'll see a Hal there. You see, like I mentioned earlier, he's going to be involved in a lot more. He's been told this because of Graham. When Graham was playing, and then, of course, Walker being the backup, Hell was kind of being as a kind of like a 3rd down back, or there was a certain play formation that we had him in. Now he's going to be involved a little bit more here now in carries. As we'll see, James drops back here. Quick pass there, or at least try to get a quick pass there to Mark, but a nice stop there from the defense of BYU, as they know who the go-to guy is on these drives here, at least in this game. They know they need to focus in on Mark. As they go now to a 2nd and 10 coming up here, we'll probably see more, possibly see some double teams here at some point. Mark gets a catch there. He is wide open, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford, 25 yards on that catch, and that is his 1st touchdown of the day here. Great job there from him, as that is touchdown number 20 for him for this season. That is number 29 for James. As you take a look around the league, around the nation here right now, you see Illinois and Iowa going at it. Final, Illinois wins it. Number 9 Illinois, as a matter of fact, wins it 28-6. Cal, well, they're still trying to keep that undefeated record as we play them here in about another 3 weeks. And it's going to be Cal 35, Oregon 10, winning that one, as Cal still undefeated. And we're looking on to take on us here. I believe that is a home game for us. As we take a look here and see a stop there from John Ross. Actually, I'm looking at my notes here. It's actually an away game. So we have to go to Berkeley there. As we'll see a quick jump there from Bennett as he picks this one off of Pittman. And that's the 1st turnover now here on Pittman today. As Pittman only only a couple of passes so far, and 13 yards so far for the day. He gets picked off now, as he is now given this offense now for Stanford great field position. So now we're in the BYU 30, as we'll see Walker who gets blown up there. That's a loss of 3 as John Colbert comes in on that tackle. Nice tackle for loss and blowing up that run. 2nd and 13 coming up here for Stanford, as James knows he's trying to change his play, his count here. Gives a good block there for Walker. Walker getting a nice run, and that's a gain of 5 yards or so on that play. As we go now to a 3rd and 8. A big play here coming up here. We'll see if they'll go to Mark. And we'll see a play action here. James drops back here, looks up, finds Mark. Mark gets the catch. Mark gets taken down inside the 10 there. Mark him near the 7-yard line for the huge 1st down. So this Mark and James connection is really showing what they can do here this season. As These two have now teamed up several times now here. We'll see what we can do now here with 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. First and goal. James drops back in the pocket, scrambles off to the left-hand side, looks up. Oh, that one almost gets picked off in the end zone. Got to do a better job there reading the defense there. As we go now to a second and goal. James needs to be careful here. We don't want to turn the ball over here in the end zone. We'll try to get a score here. James drops back, throws a pass, a little slant pass there to Barber, who gets the catch. And that is going to be a gain of a couple there as this first quarter is over with. So we'll switch the sides now here. And we'll see what we can do over here on this side. See if we can score a touchdown here. Play clock run down to 5. James needs to get rid of his football there. Gets to Mark, and that is a touchdown. Touchdown number 2 for James. And the second touchdown of the day for DeAndre Mark. As that is touchdown now number 20. Or no, excuse me. It's touchdown number 30 for James. And touchdown number 21 for Mark. As this now takes a 2-possession lead here. Now 14. Excuse me. 14-0. BYU now has the ball here. Pittman hands off to Jefferson, and Jefferson loses a yard on the play for a loss of a yard there on the play. 2nd and 11 now coming up here for BYU. Man in motion for BYU. Pittman drops back in the pocket. Screen pass there. Throws this one to Jefferson. Man brings him down. And that's a 1-yard reception as they get back to the original line of scrimmage there. And now a 3rd down's coming up. So now 3rd and 10. Excuse me. Pittman gets hit there hard as we're getting choked up here. And that's a nice stop from Eddie Young as he gets his sack for today. As that is, I believe, his... I believe that is 8th sack of the day, or 8th sack of the year, I should say, excuse me. Not the day, for the year. I wish you could get 8 sacks for the day. So BYU will be forced to punt. 1st and 10 here as Green's in motion. And we'll hand this one off to Walker there as Walker gets some good blocking. Walker goes back in the inside, and he gets a gain of 7 on the play, making it now 2nd and 3. See here what we can do now here on this 2nd and 3. Looks like they're going to keep the run here. Going to stay on the inside. Walker runs up the middle gear. Gets enough and more for the first as he gets 8 yards on that carry. Moving the chains now here. 1st and 10 for Stanford. Cardinals is looking to go for another score here with 3:45 left here in the second quarter. James drops back, fires this one back. That one goes to Mark again. And that's another huge first down. 19 on that one. As that's going to be a 1st and 10 now. They're inside the 20 now of BYU. 1st and 10 here for Stanford. BYU trying their best to maybe try to get a turnover here. We'll see what they can do. James drops back in the pocket. James throws up the middle there to Barber. Barber gets the catch. And Barber's going to be taken there at the 3.5 yard line. That's 11 yards for the day so far for him in receptions. As we go here for another, continuing the same drive here. Walker gets a run outside, gets the block, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the Cardinals now lead it 21-0 as that is rushing touchdown number 4 for Walker. 1st and 10 here for BYU. It's 21-0. BYU running back Jefferson hits Jude there right up in the jaw and then gets pushed out for a gain of 15 on the play. Crowd is really jumping here today as Pittman hands off to Jefferson again, and this time he is stopped again for another loss of 3 as Matt Mann and crew on that play. 2nd and 13. Pittman drops back here on the pocket. Pittman can't find nobody. Pittman's going to be taken down. And that's another loss there of 8 this time as you take a look at the defense. They're looking at the quarterback, letting them know you're not going to get through us here. You're going to have to just deal with us and just deal that you might be down for a while here in this ball game. You see, it shrugs off Ross, but then just can't shrug off the other 300-pound men that are trying to attack him. 3rd and 20 now coming up here for Pittman as Pittman drops back in the pocket, clean pocket, throws this one up to Griffin, and Griffin keeps his balance, stays in bounds, and gets the 23-yard reception, and also holds on to the football on that big hit. 1st and 10 here for Pittman here. Pittman dropping back here. Pittman sees the blitz, throws this one there quickly to Jackson, as that's a 12-yard reception for Jackson. And that again helps move the change now for BYU. Minute 33 left here. Pittman drops back in the pocket. Pittman going up the middle there to find Martin, who's a safety valve there. As Martin, the backup halfback, comes in there and gets the catch on that play. 3rd and 3 now here for BYU. Cougars trying to get down the field here. They throw this one to Jefferson. Jefferson cannot hold on to the football as he hears footsteps there. Nice stop there from Stanford. And now they got a kick for a field goal here. Let's see if they can get 3 points on the board. The kick is up. The kick is good. No problem on that play. And BYU finally got some points on the board here in the first half, as they are now trailing here by 18. As we take a look here, you see the numbers so far from James and the rest of the team on offensive production. Not too bad here in this game. 1st and 10 here now for Stanford as James here scrambles off to the right-hand side again. Looking down the field here, looks, fires this one to Mark again, of course. Gets this one past the 50 for 27 yards on that reception. Nice play, as again, that moves the chains. 8 first downs so far for Stanford and 4 for BYU. 1st and 10 here for James and the Cardinals as James drops back to the left-hand side, looks, but fires this one off. That one gets picked off by Johnson, and now BYU has a chance to get back in the ball game. First interception of the day here off of James as Kurt Johnson gets his first pick of the day. Hopefully that will be just the only one we'll see, as now BYU now has a chance here to get back in this ball game with just a minute left. And they have 2 timeouts remaining. So does Stanford. 1st and 10 here for BYU. Man in motion. Pittman drops back in the pocket. Good pocket until he gets hit, but he throws, and that's going to be picked up by Zach Milton. Nice job there as they get the ball back for the offense there in midfield. What a play here. Take a look here at Zach Milton. Whoa. Again, one-armed it and brought it in. What an interception. Melton's 6th interception now this season. He is almost, I believe he is leading Curley right now in interceptions in the NCAA. 1st and 10 here for Stanford as James drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That's going to go to Barber, and Barber gets an amazing catch. He's inside the 20, and that's a great catch there. Now over 60 yards for the day. 4 catches, 60 yards, or 63 yards actually. As we take a look there, nice catch right there. Puts a nice dot right there. Gets him inside the 20. We'll see what they can do. 1st and 10, 40 seconds left here for Stanford. Number 2 in the nation going against number 6 BYU here today if you're just joining us. 33 seconds left. James drops back in the pocket. James up the middle, throws in the back of the end zone to Mark, and that is going to be a 19-yard touchdown reception. His 3rd of the day, and this is the 3rd straight touchdown now for Mark, as that's touchdown number 22 for him. And that is touchdown number 31 for James. 31st passing touchdown of the season. They lead it now 28-3. 26 seconds left here. Pittman drops back for the Cougars. Pittman going to throw this one quickly there to Robinson. Robinson gets the catch as he comes out of pretty much nowhere. And a gain of 7 on the play there. And that is how the first half is going to end. So BYU is able to get some points on the board here. They get 3, but they'll have to do a lot more if they want to get back in this game here, especially after giving up a touchdown there on that drive. And really Stanford doing a great job there. They turned the ball over and then turned around, got the ball back, and then scored on that turnover there by getting Mark into the end zone again for the 3rd time of the day. Now BYU, they're going to have to play a lot better. They're going to have to really keep eyes out on the tight end. and do their best to make sure they do not let Mark touch that football anymore here in this game, as he's already got three touchdown receptions here in this game. Of course, we need to run a lot more here as you take a look. Only 54 yards rushing here, but we could do a lot more here to help out our quarterback, as he is now he's given up one pick already here in today's game. We got to help him out, getting that pressure off him when it comes to passing. And he's not, I got to realize too, he's not really good at deep passes, so we might have to really focus on just doing some mid-range passing with him short, maybe some screens from time to time too to help him out. So we'll see Zach Milton there get a nice return there, putting this somewhere near the 25-yard line. Hand this one off to Walker. Walker's going to run back on the inside, on the right-hand side there, as he gets this gain of 7 on the play. Nice job there for him. And it's going to be a 2nd and 3 coming up. Second half starting off very well here for us. Let's see if we can continue that. And so we'll see a handoff there to Walker there. Walker coming off the edge. Walker breaking a tackle. Finally gets wrapped up. And he gets a gain of 8 on the play. Better than just over 50 yards here in today's game. He's, of course, got a rushing touchdown there himself here in this one. BYU here, defense really struggling now. Let's see what they can do here. 1st and 10 to see if they get a stop here. As Hell here will run this one for Stanford, as he will get 5 on the play. So 2nd and 5 coming up now here for Stanford. James here just doing what his coach asked him to do. That's just manage the game right now here. Hand this one off to Hell. Hell's going to run this one here. Hell's going to try to break a tackle, but he's going to be stopped at the 48-yard line for the first. 1st and 10 here for BYU. Or excuse me, for Stanford here. Hand this off to Smith now. Smith's going to come into the game here. Terrence Smith, 3-yard carry. And that is just going to be a 2nd and 7 coming up. 3rd and 1 now coming up here on this play, as we'll see a handoff there to Hell again, and Terrence Hell run this one here. He's going to get near the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down. Excuse me, a 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Stanford. As Walker's in the backfield here. James under center. Play clock running down to 7 here. James here scrambles around here. James looking down the field. Can he find his the player he wants to throw to, and that's a Barber. And Barber keeps his legs inbounds and gets the catch for the 1st. 1st and 10 here for Stanford, as we'll see here. Play action here. James here throws this one there quickly, and that's going to be tipped away by a BYU defender. Almost had that one. Almost another pick. So now 2nd and 10 coming up here for Stanford. Stanford leads this one 28-3. Number 2 in the nation. Play clock's running down to 5 here. We'll see if they're going to go ahead and try to snap it here. And they do so. James throwing this one up there. That's going to be caught by Williams, who gets the catch. And that's 16 yards on the reception there by Williams. One thing I know here, I know passing, I know we're doing good in the running game here, but at the same time, we cannot be afraid to go down the field and pass and make a couple of attempts deep. There are a couple of mismatches out there that I've noticed here, and I'm sure James has seen it too. 1st and 10 here, just 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Hand this one off to Walker. Walker's going to run this one up the middle with no problem, and he is going to get a touchdown here. Nice job there. I believe this is his 1st touchdown today here, if I'm not mistaken. And no, it's his 2nd, excuse me. It's his 2nd. We already seen his 4th. Yeah, now he has 5 now for the season here today. It's Joel James there you see so far here, 2nd half. Doing pretty well here. We'll see if he can build onto that and that drive there coming up on the next offensive drive. Now, 1st in here for BYU. As Pittman's going to throw this one up there to Malone. Malone gets a great catch there. Breaks off a tackle. Malone is by himself until Zach Milton meets up with him. And Zach Milton actually came from the other side of the field. So it tells you the speed that kid has. As Malone gets the catch and makes a nice job there. Trucks one of our players there. He is just finally gets pushed out there. And he is now in our territory here after a big play like that. So we got to keep an eye on him he might finish the drive with a touchdown. 1st and 10. Pittman drops back in the pocket, throws to the left-hand side. That almost gets picked off. Oh my goodness, that was almost picked. Could not hold on to it. Jeez. Pittman under center now here for BYU. Hands off to Jefferson. Jefferson's going to run this one up the middle, and Young brings him down for a gain of 8. So now a crucial 3rd down here. 3rd and 2. Pass plays coming up here. As you see a handoff there. No, it is a handoff there to Martin. Martin breaks a tackle, gets pushed around, and gets 5 on the play. I honestly thought it was going to be a pass, the way they set that up. It's now 1st and goal. Pittman drops back here. He's looking, throws a quick pass there to Malone, and Malone almost gets into the end zone, but gets 2 yards on that reception. Again, keep your eye on Malone. Pittman drops back here. Pittman scrambling around here. Ross brings him down, pulls him down, and that's going to be a sack there. Nice job there from John Ross. He gets his 2nd sack of the day. Take a look here. Pittman trying his best to get the defender off of him. But teammate of Ross is there, gets him, but Ross would get, I guess, considered a sack there on that one. 3rd and goal here with just 8 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Pittman drops back in the pocket, runs off to the right-hand side, scrambles here, trying to get to the goal line, but it's stopped. And it's going to be a 4th and goal there for BYU. BYU says they're going to go for it here. 4th and goal, why not? Pittman drops back in the pocket, looks up, fires this one in the back of the end zone there, and that's going to go to Mike Robinson. 1st touchdown of the day there for BYU as Pittman gets this one in there in the back, and he just a little drop there, a little dot in the back of the end zone there, and that's going to be caught. But Coach TJ Bond says he's not for sure about that. He wants to get a coach's challenge here. We'll see exactly where his feet were. That's a bad angle. Let's see here. 1, and yeah, that's it. So not a good call there from Coach TJ Bonds on that one. He thought it was a bang-bang play, but as you take a look there, yeah, he was all you need is 1 foot in bounds there in college, and that's exactly what he did.
The ruling on the field stands.
And so here you see the ruling will stand, and BYU, or I should say Stanford, excuse me, will get the timeout. Stanford has to call another timeout here because they're not prepared for the onside kick. So now they are here. So they have 1 timeout remaining. Hopefully that does not come back to haunt us here as Williams gets the onside kick. Now, I'm kind of scratching my head here. You know, there's still like less than 6 minutes left in this ball game. What makes you think BYU is going to be able to come back with a deficit like this? I don't know, but we'll see. Walker here runs this one here with a short field, and he will get a gain of 6. Now, what makes you think, too, that Stanford is not going to try to go for it and put another 6 points on the board here with a short field here? We'll see if this come back and bite BYU in the butt as McCarthy gets the catch. And that's an 8-yard reception. Moving the chains again there for Stanford for another 1st down. 6 first downs for BYU, 15 for Stanford. 1st and 10 here for Stanford as Walker's in the backfield. Green's in motion here. Hand this one off to Walker. Walker's going to go back in the inside here, run this one. And that'll be about a 5-yard gain there on the play. 2nd and 5 now coming up here for BYU, or excuse me, for Stanford. I don't like getting these two mixed up. Jeez. Stanford in motion here. Barber. James drops back, throws one quickly there to Barber. Barber gets the catch. He's staying in the middle of the field there, being smart. As he gets a 10-yard reception, just in case they maybe can only get a field goal here in this situation, even though they're up quite a bit. 1st and 10 here for Stanford. Play clock running now down to 7. We'll see James here scrambles off to the right-hand side. He's trying to get that one off there. He does not. Well, he actually does. They say he does. Incomplete pass. Going to be 2nd and 10. So they're still trying to score points here, and why not? I mean, BYU gave you a short field. You might as well use it. 1st and 10 here. James looks up the middle there, finds Barber, and Barber gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Stanford. That's touchdown number 4 for fourth passing touchdown there for James here today, as that is touchdown number 32 for him, and that is touchdown number 7, the first touchdown today for Barber here in today's game, as they lead it out 42-10. So 42-10 here. Stanford here back on defense. Pittman throwing this one up there. Pittman is going to be picked off, and that's going to be a great catch there from Zach Melton, as that's the 3rd turnover now from this defense. Did he do it again, you guys? Did he one-arm catch that again? Yes, he did. Love it. I love that kid. So now we have the ball back here. 3:43 left here. 1st and 10 here for Stanford. Play action here from James. James finds and looks and fires to Mark, who gets the catch. That's a gain of 14. He's now over 130 yards here for the day in reception yards. Play action again here. 1st and 10. James drops back here. James looking here. Oh, gets hit as he threw that one there. And nice hit there from Harrell there. Brady Harrell of BYU. Play action here now. 3rd and 10. James drops back too far deep. Throws this one up there. That one's going to get batted away there from Chris Davis. And that is going to be a now it's going to be a 4th and 10. So we're going to go for here. I think this is just for shits and giggles. That one's going to be picked up by Graham. And Walker has to bring him down. That's the 2nd interception. Should have just punted it, but wanted to see what we can do. I think we just use our luck there just a little too much, and we end up turning the ball over ourselves on 4th and 10. So now 1st and 10 here for Pittman and BYU. As Pittman here is going to scramble here. He's going to use his own legs, and Ross is going to find him and track him down and get him to get down and only gain a 5 on that play. 2nd and 5 coming up here for Pittman and BYU as they hand this one off to Jefferson, and Jefferson gets the 1st down, as that's a gain of 20 on the play. 1st and 10 for BYU. As again trying to show their heart here what they can do. Bennett's gonna pick it off. Nice play there. That's the 4th turnover now here on this BYU quarterback here. 9 of 17, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, and barely 150 yards in the game here today. He is really getting roughed up out there. So just 2:25 left here, still plenty of time to play. Walker's going to try to run this one out of the backfield here. Breaks a tackle or two, falling in and wrapped up for a gain of 2. First string offense is still out here. I would think by now Coach TJ Bonds will put 2nd string out there, but we'll see what he can do with Walker. Walker's going to run this one here. Walker going to get a gain of 9 on that play, getting a 1st down once again. 382 yards total so far here for Stanford. Only about 158 for BYU here in this one. As we go to 2nd and 2 here, we'll see what James and the Stanford Cardinals are going to do here on offense. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. They are. Hand this one off to Smith. Smith's going to run this one there, and that's going to be a 10-yard carry there. Should be a nice 1st down. 1st and 10 here for James and Stanford, as we'll see play action here. And this is a new play action play they've called here. As James going to run this one here into the 20. And that's a gain of 7 on the play. So still under a minute left here. 53 seconds to be exact here. 2nd and 3. James drops back here, looks, fires this one up the middle there to Barber. And Barber gets the catch. And that's a 1st down for Stanford. Over 100 yards now for Barber here today. Of course, 1 catch in the end zone. We'll see a pass play up the middle there. And that gets broken away there by BYU. Almost another interception there. What is James thinking? Why is Coach TJ Bonds not grabbing him and talking to him? 2nd and 10. James here, play action. James looking down the field. James looking here. He's going to hold on to the football here. He's going to get inside the 5. And he's going to be down there for short of the 1st. 3rd and 3 here for James and Stanford. James under center here in I formation. James drops back here looking to find somebody. Fires this one there. That's going to be a complete pass. And I hope they don't go for it here on 4th. Never mind, they are. 4th and 3 here for James. I don't know what it's. I'm sure Coach TJ Bonds is probably freaking out like, what are you doing? James here throws this one there, and that is going to be, oh, he's trying to get that one to mark there as he gets a touchdown pass. Nice job there from Mark as he gets his 4th touchdown pass of the day, his 23rd of the season. And James now has 5 touchdown passes now here today. He has now a total of 33. As we'll see, BYU now has possession here, and that's going to be picked off again, this time by Moore for Stanford as he runs himself down all the way down inside of the 20. That's the 5th turnover now of the day here from this defense, and the 5th one of the day from Pittman. As that one, look at this replay here. Great job there. Them helping out their teammate here, trying to get a pick 6. And that's a nice play here. But wait a minute, there's a booth review here. And I think they're saying it is an interception, but he went out of bounds. Oh, okay. I see, he was trying to tightrope that, but there you see, yeah. His feet did go out of bounds. So the ball still Stanford after the pick, but they have to go back to where he stepped out at. So 19 seconds left, 1 timeout remaining here for Stanford. James here dropping back in the pocket here. James going to get hit and drilled there as he was looking down the field there. And Stanford's going to call their last timeout, and I think that was just pretty much it. As, yes, they get their 10th consecutive win here. And a nice win here, especially at home against a top 10 team, beating number 6 in the nation, BYU, here today. Player of the game again for the 2nd straight week. 8 receptions, 133 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And that is no other than DeAndre Mark, trying to get his self to make a mark for the Heisman. You like that, didn't you? Final score 49-10 is your score, and what a game here. Now I know that last touchdown was ridiculous, but I'm trying my best to keep up with trying to stuff the stat sheet there with our for our tight end there. And I really like to see Mark try to get it, so we got to try to get him at least one more there in the game. And we did so there, but we also paid for a pick there, so that's my fault on that 2nd pick there from James. But take a look there, see the numbers there. 20 first downs to their 7. You see total offense 430 for us, 156 yards total offense there for them. As for us, 28 of 161 and 2 rushing touchdowns there. That's a nice day there on the ground from us. And I'm hoping we will see a lot more from Brandon Walker coming up in the next couple of weeks. Now, speaking of, we'll get to that here in just a bit. But for the most part here, it was a great game, and the guys did a lot there to show what they can do. I really thought this game was going to be a lot more closer than it was. But you know what? Maybe maybe this game was setting us up for the big game coming up here in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks time actually, when we take on Cal on the road, and I believe they're ranked in the top 5 with us. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to go. Remember last time both of us were ranked that high. Last 2 times we've beaten Cal, at home. The first time, we're back in season. Let's see, this is season 4. So back in season 1, they beat us in overtime. I think that was the overtime game there we played there, and we ended up losing at home or on the road there. But then since then, we've been defeating them pretty well there. We had that game back in season 2, where we ran the ball back off a kick return at the start of the game. That was lovely. So I'm hoping that we'll get back to that type of stuff again, where we can defeat them just right off the bat. Be nice, but this year's team, by what I've looked and seen what they are like, they're a good team. It's gonna be a very good, interesting game for both squads. So it's gonna be a fun one. But we have to wait 2 whole weeks, at least in game, not in real life, but in game. We have 2 weeks. We have to take off for a bye. So in that time, there will be a video. Just be one video actually, of talking about showing some guys the stats for the team so far. What's going to be going on in the conference, so with the standings. And then, of course, we're going to be looking at recruiting, because recruiting is very important for us this year, especially on the offensive side of the ball, as we need a lot of guards and tackles to come to our university next season. So it's going to be very important for us to do that and get those guys in. I'll show you guys some of those recruits there. But overall, I think this is a great game. Again, interceptions is an issue still. Hopefully we can clean that up. Mostly on my part, I just got to learn how just to back off. Not to mention too, I think we have more games like this, I need to start bringing in more second string guys. So be prepared for that. We're gonna bring in a lot more. I know in the next game with Cal, that's not gonna happen. Now if it does, I'm going to take my advantage of it. I'm going to bring in the second string guys and get them as much playing time as we possibly can. But I really don't think it's going to happen unless they just really collapse. Or if we really collapse and we just I'm just like, okay, screw it. Let's just bring in second string guys. Let's see what they can do. Yeah. But, there you see what the games are coming up in week 11. Steve's taking on Michigan at the Big House. Wow. That should be a good game. I believe Michigan's undefeated there. And then, of course, Iowa State 2-5, 2-2 in the Big 12, taking on Air Force, who are currently 7-0 and 5-0 in Big 12 play. Taylor's going to be in that game, so that should be just a game that Taylor should be able to just destroy him in. But this lovely Lions versus the Michigan State Wolverines, or Michigan Wolverines. Should be a decent game there. Both primetime games there, so a lot of eyes watching them on their teams to see what they can do this season. So that is it for this episode of the I almost said Highland Scotties. This is it for the Stanford Cardinals Online Dynasty in this episode 60. Get ready for episode 61 as we take a look around the NCAA and, of course, take a look at more of our guys, look at stats, look at scores, and then, of course, look at our recruiting board this season. And that's pretty much it for the next episode. So stay tuned for that. It should be coming up here in the next day or two. But as always, you guys, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And hit that bell notification. Only half of you guys are getting your bell notifications. So don't be scared. Hit that bell notification. So you guys can be notified of this when this series or any other series here on the channel happens to drop. Follow us on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. The links are down below in the description. Definitely check out our Discord. We got a lot of cool things going on there behind the scenes. And some stuff I drop on there from time to time. But definitely check it out there. And I think you guys will really enjoy it. But as always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.